Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the career and finance energy for the sign of Cancer for the month of September. Now Cancer, we're just going to allow 5 cards to come out here. Now do keep in mind that the only place you can get anything from me is my website, zaneintuitive.com. Make sure you're using the link below. I'll never ask you for a reading, never ask you for money either via email or in the comment section below. I am out of stock, but I do have to say that because I also do have some other things on my website. So if you want to check me out there, you can definitely check that out, like my email list. I do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, you can definitely give me a follow there. But let's go ahead and make sure everything's in view, and we'll get right into this for you, Cancer. Wow. I think you have the best reading I've done so far for this month. I'm more than halfway through. Now you had this other card that wanted to pop out, so we'll put this like somewhere there. I'm also going to take 3 clarifiers, but energy on the bottom, you have the Magician. Sorry, that was a bit of a frantic start there, but there's a bunch of stuff that was happening. So the Magician is somebody who is the master manifester in the tarot. This is somebody who takes all of the tools available to them, all 4 suits of the tarot, and combines them to create something new. This suggests, Cancer, that you do not need to go buy anything. You don't need to take a course. You don't need to go buy a book. You don't need to go on Amazon. You're good. You have everything you need. It's within inside of you, and in fact, it may even be right on the table in front of you, okay? Because like in other interpretations of this card, these tools are on the table. And so what do you have at hand right now that you can use to manifest something for yourself? This is also the divine masculine, which we all have. And so it's taking those sorts of energies and transmuting them into something else. I'm actually going to end up putting this over here because that came out with the 6 of Pentacles. You're the only sign that's had that extra card, so I think that's very interesting. But taking a look here, amazing, 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 amazing reading. So right away in the middle, you have the Page of Cups. This is the overall sort of energy for the month. This is in a career and finance reading, this is some sort of happy news being delivered, okay? This could come in any form in terms of either, getting into that apartment you wanted, that house you wanted, getting a job, because pages are associated with offers. This one, not as much, but you do have the other one that is associated with an offer. So what I feel like is happening here is 2 more offers, 2 or more happy events or good news situations happening for you in this month. This could be a creative project because Cups is sort of a suit of creativity and emotions. And so some of you doing that type of energy. Now, really, really, really like this. In the first week of the month or towards the beginning of the month, you have the Page of Wands. Now this, on the other hand, is while the Page of Cups is happy news, happiness, the Page of Wands is good news or passionate news coming in. And along with that, it's typically associated with a job offer out of any of the pages. This one and the Pentacles, but this one even more so because the Wands is the suit of enterprise. And so there's something coming in here for you. You have potentially even 2 choices to make with the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. We don't even need to really look at it that way because you also have this Empress card, which I'll get into in a moment here. It could mean that you have an abundance of things, of good things happening for you here. It could mean that like getting this job offer is also delivered in a happy way, or it could mean that you're getting this offer and there's some other sort of happiness situation developing here in terms of your career and financial situation. This is excellent. So you also have in the second week of the month or towards the middle of the month, you have the Empress. This is the most abundant card in the tarot. This is what I'm saying, where we don't even need to look at it as choosing between one or the other. It can literally be multiple things happening for you like concurrently with this, because remember, abundance is just your ability to receive. And yes, this card is associated with an uptake in material resources potentially, if that's what you've been working on, but it can also just mean good things happening for you, such as an abundance of good energy coming in, the right people coming into your life at the right time, situations unfolding as they should, and that sort of happening. That is a sort of way of abundance as well, because it's just your ability to receive. I'm not going to keep sort of driving that point home, but that's what I'm talking about, where it's something good happening here. It's also Venus energy. Venus is the planet of luxury and wealth. So definitely something good happening here. Something good happening here. I do get the sense that some of you are doing contract work. I just got that message because of that. And I do see an uptake or an uptick in contracts for some of you. Some of you just working with other people for what you do in your career. Reason being here in the third week, potentially, you have, or towards the back half of the month, you have the Ace of Swords. This is a breakthrough. Okay, this is mental clarity arriving in your life. The clouds are clearing in the background, and it's this feeling of just like, like things are going well. I can finally see clearly now, right? That song lyric that everybody knows, and something here going well. This is a victory and success that is brought either by mental clarity, like you having a new approach to something, or a victory and success that brings mental clarity. It depends on your situation. And it's also good for communication, which is why I feel like we have 2 pages in the Empress, as well as the Hierophant and the Magician. I do feel like just some of you are working with clients or people. In the last week of the month, or towards the back half, you have the Six of Pentacles. This is a really nice sign of a job raise. This is the financial scales balancing out and tipping in your favor. This is also very closely associated with material and spiritual prosperity, doing both, not just focusing too much on the material. I do feel like you have a nice mix of that here. And, if money's been owed to you, or if you've been promised a job, this is a really nice sign for that. So some of you, that situation happening, and especially so because the card that we got above it is the Hierophant, which is an organization or the place that you work. Some of you were promised something at work and it's coming through. Okay, or you're sort of getting some sort of payback, like you've put in the work, you've done the right thing, you have good karma within this organization, and now you're being rewarded. So let's see what else we have here to clarify. Okay, interesting. We have this Ten of Swords. That is an ending. The Ten of Swords, definitely one of those cards that a lot of people get worried about or stressed out about, but you shouldn't be worried about any of these cards. The thing about the Ten of Swords is, yes, it's an ending, but it also is new hope, okay? It does suggest that there's new hope on the horizon. As one thing ends, another begins. And it does give you an opportunity to release yourself. Just take inventory of whatever's not serving you and letting go of that. Now, you also have this Queen of Pentacles, making practical choices here in the past. I definitely don't feel like you're causing trouble, you're starting drama. I don't feel like you're doing any of that. I feel like you have a good sense of this accomplishment that's happening here, that's coming in with the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Wands and the Empress, okay? As well, just this whole thing is like dollar signs. It's offers, it's good news, it's just good situations coming in. Page of Pentacles is somebody who is hardworking and dependable as well. And so you've put in the energy, you've put in the effort. People are noticing that. You're getting rewarded here very clearly. And the King of Swords. Also, I want to say you're not going to blow this windfall. If you're getting a windfall here with the Empress, I feel like you'll invest it, or you'll save it, or you'll do something smart with it. You have the King of Swords as well. This is the divine scales, okay? This is law and order here. This is somebody who acts with integrity. The energy of authority, there's clearly an authority figure here. If you are not it, maybe you're stepping into a leadership role at your organization, but if you're not, there's someone who's noticing you with the Magician and the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, and they're taking an interest in you in some way, not romantically or emotionally, but helping you out. They're helping you get from point A to point B. So let's go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, helps get the word out and spread the message to others. There's also a bell below this video. If you click that bell, you will never miss an update from me. And lastly, Cancer, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope things are going well for you. I also have a Patreon. If you want to support me there, there's a link to that in the description below. Absolutely no pressure though. So we had a bunch of cards that wanted to pop out here. You have Harmony. Okay, this is the Lovers in the tarot. I feel like I normally read this as like juggling tasks and priorities in a career and financial situation, because Gemini is the sign of duality. But for you, I feel like you're achieving harmony in the workplace. Okay, I feel like perhaps that's the duality that you're achieving here, where it's like you're doing well, but you're also just enjoying going into work or enjoying what you do. Like I said, some of you are potentially doing contract work. You have the Seven of Cups here. You clearly are spoiled for choice with Choose Wisely. With the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups, that's suggesting to me that you may need to make a tough decision, but actually what I've been feeling this whole time is you don't, like, I almost feel like you can have both almost, if that makes any sense. But at the same time, we do have Ten of Swords indicating maybe one page is ending and another's beginning. Like you're leaving one offer and taking the other, especially with Choosing Wisely, potentially. Now you also have Hope here, which is the Star in the tarot. I love this card. This is a wish granted here coming in the future. It's also your period of healing and renewal. It's good energy, really nice energy for healing and just situations going well. Can we get another card here? Okay, yeah, Three of Pentacles, recognition and reward. Definitely like to see that. Your hard work here is paying off, and financial and material changes, it's good in this case. I'm not even reading that as a negative because of everything here is amazing. I do feel like if anything, you're just taking potentially more clients, or you're taking on a higher paying job or something like that. You have Wisdom on the bottom. This is also the Hierophant. And so there's clearly something going on within your place of employment, your organization, or just something that you're a part of here that's like it's like an organization, or just either your job or something like that happening here. I do feel like for a lot of you, that's just doubling down that there's someone in your workplace or something like that that's taking an interest in you. Let's see what else we have here. We have Distant Horizons. That's a really nice sign as well to see that. Okay, can we get some more clarity here from the Kipper Oracle deck? Okay, yeah, Wealthy Man, investments paying off, maybe even a wealthy partnership here developing with the Empress and the Wealthy Man. Let's see here. Let's see what else. Okay, expectation. Some of you may need to set boundaries. Interesting. We had the False Person card wanted to come out, which is normally like a gossiper or someone undermining you, someone not being good, like just not. It's a challenging card. So that's very interesting. Can we get at least one more card here? Official Person. Yeah, that's my HR card. So some of you getting raises, especially when it's combined with that Six of Pentacles, no doubt about it. Can we clarify the False Person here, please? Can we clarify that? Okay, House. I wonder if somebody's trying to sell you a house or rush you into the purchase of something. You're going to make a practical decision. Perhaps you're getting a job offer and you're also trying to move up with some sort of investment that you're making here, something like that. Especially because Queen of Pentacles, that could be someone who works in real estate, somebody who works with the material realm. So potentially just be careful of someone trying to sell you hard on something here with the False Person. But otherwise, not really much to complain. Distant Horizons, good things ahead. Wealthy Man, investments paying off, stocks paying off. I'm not sure what's going on with that expectation. I would maybe say take it easy on yourself, because clearly there are lots of things going on here that are good and working for you. So if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? At any rate, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.